Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Calling in angels. All right, so I just did a really fascinating time travelers oracle with the royal family asking what lifetime is affecting them the most in this lifetime. And Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip's was the most fascinating of all. And so if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. And also, discovering that Camilla and Sophie knew each other in a previous lifetime in Italy. That was kind of interesting as well. So these cards are really talkative right now. I haven't done much of them on the channel. I've been doing them with the private readings, especially if people want to know what their previous lifetime was. And that's actually very accurate, extremely accurate. So let's continue. So I did the royals. I did everybody but Anne and her husband because I was getting a red velvet rope around her family. So I think there's something going on with Anne and she's being very secretive about it and her energy is kind of blocked. And so I didn't delve into that. But I am going to ask about the royal children. What previous lifetime is going to guide and affect them in this lifetime? All right. And then I'll kind of maybe ask, have they had their parent? Do they know their parents? Rather than, the other one I asked, have they been together in previous lifetimes before? Okay. Let's start with, of course, Prince George. Prince George, what lifetime is affecting Prince George the most in this lifetime? And again, it can be any lifetime. That's why you've got thousands of lifetimes, but one of them is, coming forward, you're learning karma or you're teaching other people lessons that you have learned. So Prince George. India. To me, that is so fascinating because to me, Prince George, like he looks like he is descended from Queen Victoria down that line. I see more of like the Windsors and I see that line. And interestingly, his grandfather Charles and his uncle Andrew are also from a lifetime in India. And I'm just wondering if it was like during the reign of Victoria, Queen Victoria, when she was the Empress of India, and they're bringing forth those qualities that they learned in that lifetime into this lifetime. So he's going to actually be a lot like his grandfather Charles. But perhaps he's going to be, vegetarian, organic, mostly peaceful. I find Charles he's more of I don't want to say humanitarian, that's the wrong word. I think he's just more of, of a peace. I want to say peacenik, like part of that meditation crowd in the 60s kind of thing. That kind of vibe I get from him. And I wonder if he's going to pass that on to George. Now, this card here kind of popped out too. And let's see. Vikings in the New World. Courage and Vikings in the New World. That's actually kind of interesting. I wonder if George will be ushering in a new world. So I think we'll ask quickly, does Prince George and King Charles, have they had lifetimes together? Has George and King Charles had lifetimes together? Has George and King Charles had lifetimes together? Expansion, planet Jupiter, no, they have not, because there's no people on here. Okay. All right. So now let's ask Princess Charlotte. Princess Charlotte. What previous lifetime is going to be guiding her the most in this lifetime? Princess Charlotte. What previous lifetime is going to be guiding her the most in this lifetime? Magic, Glastonbury, Britain. And how many of us call Charlotte Queen Charlotte? I think she actually is coming down the pipe. I think she was a queen before. So she is definitely ancient monarchy here in Britain. Absolutely. I think we are going to watch a young girl become a young lady and become very regal. She's, you know how we accidentally call Princess Anne Queen Anne all the time, that really regal, just it oozes out of her. I think we're going to see the same thing with Charlotte. I think she's really come down the monarchy pipe here. And I think we're going to see that again. I wonder if she's going to be queen by the time she's 26. Interesting. Yeah. Hey, how many of us can see Charlotte as royalty, like monarch? Monarch. She is royalty, but see her on the throne. How many of us have accidentally called her Queen Charlotte? All right, little Prince Louis. Little Prince Louis. What previous lifetime is affecting or going to guide Prince Louis in this lifetime? What previous lifetime is going to guide Louis in this lifetime? The sun, vitality. Well, oh, yeah, look at Louis, hey? He's just a big ball of energy. The sun. Oh, Mount Shasta's moon, California. Look at that. The sun and the moon. Are we going to see somebody who has two different sides to him? I'm not saying he's bipolar or anything like that. Please don't even go there. Are we going to see somebody who has two different sides to him? Also, Mount Shasta is the last remnants of Lemuria. Did him and his grandmother and his grandfather, great-grandmother, great-grandfather have previous lifetimes together there? That's quite the possibility. So I'm thinking that a time he had many moons ago is affecting him this lifetime. And look at that vitality. Yeah, he's going to be very active. He's going to be very active. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to end up being the people's favorite. Tell you the truth. All right, so let's pretend that here we go, everybody put your pretend glasses on. Let's pretend that there's an Archie born of anyways, there's a child that the royal family calls Archie. Let's put it that way. All right, there's a child the royal family calls Archie. Now this child, because there's obviously somebody who represents Archie. What previous lifetime is affecting that child? I've got a brain cramp. Like I'm almost getting like there's no previous lifetime because there's no Archie. Let's just play cards. Let's just play. So the child that they call Archie or present to us as Archie, the child they present to us called Archie, what's his previous lifetime is affecting this lifetime? Wow. Vasvitsa, Mongolia again. Somebody, a soul, so some kind of soul part of the family. There's somebody coming in. All right. And then let's ask about the little girl they present as Lily. What previous lifetime is affecting her the most in this lifetime? So there's some kind of thread there with Mongolia showing up all the time. India. See, we got India, we got Mongolia, which is very close to each other, to tell you the truth. And were they at war at one time? And now they've come into the royal family to correct some things that have correct some karma, pay back some karma. Something is going on. because we keep getting India and Mongolia. And there's lots of other countries in here. So I find that fascinating that they're coming everybody's coming into this extended royal family to relieve some karma. All right. Who else do we have you know who I didn't ask in I didn't ask if any of the children, they had previous relationships. So the Wales children, George, Charlotte, or Louis, have they had previous relationships with their current parents? Right? Could be brother, could be sister, could be mother, right? It could be anything, but let's ask. Have they had previous relationships with their parents? Breakthrough, moon landing. I would say no. No, they have not. So all of them that are coming through that's the first time they've had William and Catherine as parents or any kind of relationship. So I think they've come into the family for the extended family members and soul family. All right, let's ask Archie and Lily. Have they had relationships with Meghan or Harry before? The children that are presented as Archie and Lily, have they had any kind of relationship with Meghan or Harry before? Growth, American rainforest, Brazil. No, they haven't. There's not even like I said, there's not even a person on here. So no, they haven't. They've come here for their own growth. So there's something here karmically that they need to clean up. But there's definitely, like you can see the soul families, a lifetime. So you think we've got a couple of different soul families here to experience some things. And one of the people I've neglected to ask, and it's just popped into my head, is Diana. What previous lifetime affected Diana's last lifetime on Earth the most? What previous lifetime affected Diana's last lifetime on Earth the most? What previous lifetime affected Diana's lifetime on Earth, last on Earth the most? Universe knows what I'm asking. Look at Mongolia again. And what was this one that popped out? Abundance, Hanging Gardens of Babylon. So Diana was kind of very ancient, I wonder if that's why she was very attracted to, I was going to say, like Middle East. You just think of her with Jodie, but that was all a scam. But even like the heart surgeon, Dr. Khan, that she liked, I wonder if that's part of the steppes of Mongolia. A lot of that's kind of like that area between India, Pakistan, Mongolia, nomad, steppes of Mongolia. That might be an interesting read. Like, why are the steppes of Mongolia so prevalent in the royal family? Let's ask, did Diana and Charles have a previous relationship before this last one on Earth? Did Diana and Charles have a previous relationship before this last one on Earth? No. Look at that. Lemuria shows up again. Look at that. And she was the moon. So, no, I think they were from two different soul families. I think Diana and the Queen had a previous relationship before. I think they knew each other before. And that makes sense because Diana actually does come from a long line of British, or, well, no, actually, anyways, there was something there. The Queen and Diana had known each other before. But I have to do a reading on how come there's so many from the steppes of Mongolia. I'm just going to quickly ask, were the people who are all from Mongolia, were they like tribal rulers, or were they tribal rulers? Were they tribal enemies of the current British royal family? Were they strength France? You know what? And Megan was that, wasn't she? So maybe that's why I think there's something there, guys. I might read about that one day. Anyways, what did you think of these readings? I just really like doing fun extra things, something different. I hope you do too. And thank you very much for all your support. Thank you in advance for your likes. Honestly, you have no idea how much I appreciate each and every one of you. Take good care. See you online. Bye for now.